Hello everybody, so Sengindania here once again with another Age of Empires 2 interview for the Redbull Wololo 2 qualifiers, and this time around I will be interviewing Miguel, who managed to secure the very last qualifying spot. He had to win over Fire in a fantastic 7-game series, so I hope you really enjoy this one. It was recorded immediately after the games, so I hope that you really enjoy this one. So here we go. Congratulations, you made it into the main event. How are you feeling right now?
Being honest, I'm not 100% happy with play. I think Fire played better than me. I think some decisions in game made me win games, like the lucky move for Arabia. But yeah, overall I'm so happy.
Nice.
After this third game, I kind of lost the hope, but then I just kept playing and got more calm and everything worked out.
Awesome, yeah. Nilly was talking about on that map 7. He was saying that he was surprised by Fire picking Chinese when he had Mayan still on the table for him. So I want to know, like, going into that map 7, knowing that it was the last map on the series, were you feeling anxious? Did knowing that Fire was going with Chinese help you kind of go through the process of winning that last game? What was going on your mind?
Well, I knew he had Chinese, but I was sure he was gonna. I wouldn't pick because everyone is walling very fast so the early push by minions is not good, and then build of economy by minions is not good. So I was sure I was gonna play with Chinese, and just the first thing that I got miscarried a bit was that I felt I was gonna open scouts, but then he just walled and went for economy and got a bit faster than me to Castle Age. But then when I saw the knights, I got like really calm again because I knew I could catch up in economy. So after I see 2 castles, he's kinda committed to Shokunus, so I knew skirmishers and traps, and then bomber cannon. After I see him doing lots of Shokunu, I knew I had that game. No way I could lose it. So just worried to not throw the game and everything.
Nice. And from seeing your draft, I find it very interesting that at least from the stats that I am working with, you managed to pick a lot of the sort of stronger civilizations on that side of the table, right? You were able to pick Himalayans, you were able to pick oh man, I'm blanking out on them, but you had pretty good civilizations to work with. Did you feel you won the draft in that sense, or at that point in time before the game started fully, were you still wondering if you had made the right choices there?
Well, I think the civs I picked are the civs I feel comfortable playing. Doesn't mean they are better, I think. I feel like Berbers, depending on the map, can be very strong. Aztecs is a civ that I'm not good with and I'm not good against. So it's always terrible for me to play versus Aztecs. But yeah, overall, I feel like the way I picked my civs, then I kinda got out of civs for Arabia, so I had to end up playing Malians there. And it wasn't my plans. I just saw my civs and then, oh fuck you. Sorry. Oh, why he banned Vikings was supposed to be my Arabia civ. And I had to pick Malians, but it was just my only proviso there. Overall, my civs were exactly the ones I wanted. Yeah, it was a good draft for. Not sure if I won it because I'm pretty sure he picked the civs that he was comfortable with as well.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so it was just that's why the series was pretty even. Everyone having their comfortable civs.
Right, and I also want to ask about coming into the second qualifier. And in the first qualifier, you ended up losing against Nicov. in again another 7-map series, which was pretty fun to gonna watch. And I want to know, between the time of that first qualifier and today, I want to know if you had any chance to practice, whether it is, in-game practice or maybe your drafts or maps in particular, with other members of Heresy, like for example Lan and Dogao, who did end up qualifying. Lan because he was already on the previous tournament, and Dogao, he qualified that weekend. If you had any chance to practice with them or talk with them about, things that you could improve from that first weekend into today.
Well, after I lost Nicov, it was pretty bad way the way I lost Nicov. Because in the last game, I made a very good move. Like, he was pushing me, I converted his Mangonels, I killed his own Mangonels, and then I took the worst decision possible. Maybe not the worst, because I tried to make elephants versus Berbers without any map con. So then he started making monks. I felt kind of scared. Then I tried to make hussars, but then he got back in the game. I gave him all the time he needed. So after I lost that, for Trivers Nicov, if you ask anyone, I would say they knew Nicov would pass. Like, not matter who he fights against, he was gonna win that qualifier. So it had to be me, fortunate. But I think I made a very good series by Versin, and I lost because of one decision. So on this week, I didn't really train like the games, but I tried to practice my start a bit and look to my mistakes. Try to not repeat them again. So I talk at some players to ask them what they think about that I fought. Then I just got my.
Awesome. And from those practices about your start, what did you feel about your starting position that you needed to improve?
Well, I think my opening terrible. Fire in the series, he was always getting advantage in the beginning. I was making more things than him, but he was being more efficient.
Nice.
I felt like me vs Fire, if he kept making the games messy, he would for me, like Atacama and Banner. Kinda won me in Arabia, a mess. And in Wings as well. So the games I could stabilize, I could come back to the game. But then the game kept being messy. I lost it.
Nice. And are there any major lessons that you're gonna take from today's games into the main event next week?
My draft.
Are you gonna be working with somebody to improve your draft, or is it just a case of what you need to, the choices that you should have made, so you're gonna take those into account?
Well, the good thing about this event is that the players that are already inside the game, inside the tournaments, are gonna be on one side and are gonna play versus the players that qualified, right? So it means I can train a lot with my best friends here, because I know I'm not gonna face either Logan or Nicov the main event, the first round, so I can talk about very good ideas here. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, and tomorrow, according to Robo, he said that tomorrow it is likely at the evening that we're gonna get those brackets for the main event. So I want to know, do you have any names right now that you would be happy to see as your first round opponent?
Well, it's hard to say this, but I feel like this Doubt hasn't been playing much lately. It's a player that I want to face, and then I want to play versus Lan as well. Yeah, those two.
That's interesting, because when I talked with Neely yesterday, he told me that Lan could be a really powerful player that people are not, maybe expecting to be as good. So is this new information now making you rethink about the LAN pick, or are you still confident that, you know, if you were to meet up with LAN on that first round, that you would have a good matchup?
It's just that I think don't want to play versus Viper, I don't want to play versus MBL, I don't want to play versus Leary, I don't want to play versus Hero, I don't want to play versus Tato. And who else is in that? Remember? So I think Landis has big potential. He's my teammate. I know what he's capable of. Can be like so good. But I feel like me versus him, there's some like psychological. I don't know. Maybe he's against me. He's not that beast, you know. So I know him. He's like very good friend I have. I love him, but it's one of the players that I wanna face him.
Fantastic. Well, that was my last question. So thank you so much, Miguel, for taking the time to talk with me. Again, congratulations on qualifying. I'm sure it was a stressful day for you.
Yeah, it was.
So I guess now you're gonna take a good rest and then prepare for the main event.
Yeah. See you, man.
See ya. Alright, and that's everything for this interview, everybody. I hope you really have enjoyed it. If you did, check out the description below. It's gonna have a lot of links to Miguel's stuff as well as my own. And I hope you have a fantastic day. See you around, everybody.